Hello everyone! Thank you for waiting for me! Thank you, thank you! Thank you waiting, thank you patience! How's everyone doing today? Ryaho. How's everyone feeling? Ryaho. It's nice to see everyone today! Yay! Thank you for coming! Thank you for coming to see Ryo today! Thank you! How's everyone's day going today? Is everyone feeling good today? I hope that everyone's having a good day today. Thank you guys so much for being here for a Ryo Zatsu on YouTube. It's been a really long time since we've done, like, literally any sort of Zatsu. I think the last time we did any sort of just, like, casual, like, sit-down talk on YouTube was when Parallel Escape had released, and we did like a little Zatsu after the music video had released. Yeah. So I'm happy to be here and happy to just kind of like yap on here. It's been a really long, like way too long. I know that I yap on Irium all the time, but it feels almost strange to just be like sitting yapping over here on YouTube. Am I too close to you guys? Also, am I too close? Should I back up? I don't know if this is too close or too far away or what. Should I bring you even closer? Like, I just don't know. I just don't know anymore. But yes, so I hope that it's okay that we hang out and just kind of like casually chat. I know we normally do games here, but hopefully just casually chatting is okay too. But I'm happy to see everyone. Hi there, Pepper-chan. Hi there, Zombie. It's nice to see you over here as well. Hi there, Moa. Hi there, Mirarine. Hi there, Miss Heaven. Hello, everyone. Bud Watchers, lurkers, everyone. Thank you for being here. We got a handful of questions for today's little introductory to Otoharu Riyo-nesses type of a stream. Well, it's not really introductory. I mean, it's been almost a year since we've debuted, which is actually a little bit bananas. I got the notification a couple of days ago on Twitter. It was like, it's your Twitter anniversary, and I was like, that's crazy. And I was getting, also my phone told me it said a couple of days ago. Yeah, it told me a couple of days ago. It was like, oh, did you know? You know how sometimes your phone will send you from your like gallery, it'll send you photos of things that like happened 1 year ago and things like that. Well, I got a 1 year ago, and it was like the draft model art and stuff, and I was like, oh, the Papa Mama draft from a whole year ago. Wow, it was a nice memory. I was very happy to see it in my gallery as per usual. But I figured, you know, there's a lot of people that I guess maybe don't really get to hang out with Ryo over on Irium as well. So I wanted to be able to also chat with everybody a little more casually on YouTube as well, in case anybody cares about Ryo. I don't know if you actually care, but in case you care, I figured we could chat just a little bit, get to know Ryo a little bit more over here as well, in case anybody was interested in getting to know Ryo. I know that we normally game, and that's like fun to watch because like Ryo crashes out whenever he games, and that's fun to do. But other than that, I'm hoping that maybe even if you don't care about me yet, hopefully we can get to know Ryo a bit more and care about Ryo a little bit more this day too. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Anyways, so we have a good amount of questions. If you haven't sent one in, at this point, I will not be taking on any new ones. All of the ones that I have now are all ones that have been vetted, and I had some last minute ones that were sent to me, and I tossed them over to people. I said, can you be sure to look at this and tell me know that it's appropriate to read? And I think that everything that is here is all appropriate and okay to read. Yay! I have, how many questions are here? 17. We have 17 questions to get through, so hopefully I don't yap too bad, and we're gonna be able to get through everything, but I don't actually know about all that. I can't help it sometimes. But we're gonna go ahead and get into our Q&A session, I suppose if that's okay. Is that okay? Ryo begins yapping. I feel bad talking about myself. I really do. A good amount of questions. Do you think so? Do you think I sometimes I watch, not to bring up other people, but sometimes I watch Xander. He does like Maro things pretty often, like once a week, with his community, and I love him so bad. Sometimes he'll get through like 5 questions. he yaps so bad. So I'm gonna try and beat the record at the very least. So I have my silly drink here. Even though I do have a headache, I probably shouldn't be drinking iced coffee whenever I have a headache, but I just got a new carton of iced coffee today. So I really was like, I should really treat myself and have my 9 p.m. iced coffee. So we're having our 9 p.m. iced coffee. Yay. Is there any Mr. that person? Oh no, I'm talking about Xander from Lucid. Lucid Xander. I don't know if you guys know him. We've collabed a couple of times. He's very lovely. He's very lovely. Xander with an X. No. Yeah, I mean, Xander probably other one probably also. Yeah, I think to be a VTuber, you kind of have to be a little bit of a yapperton at the very least. Just you have to have the gene. And it's probably not a good gene to have, but we gotta have it a little bit. Speaking of though, that will bring us to our first question. And I feel like I've technically addressed things like this a handful of times, but I guess it has been kept in. And our first question is. These are all of these are from anonymous people. If you sent it in, please don't feel like you have to expose yourself or anything like that. But these are all from anonymous sources. And our first one comes from, obviously, anonymous. Otoharu Riyo, shut up. Who asks, would you ever collab with a certain pink zombie? Okay, well, guys, so Otoharu Riyo, here's the thing about VTubers and other men. Here's the thing. I don't know this man. I don't know this man. So I can't just like, hey buddy. Hey, I can't just slide into the D. Like I don't know this obscure pink zone. I know that this has been something that a lot of people have wanted for a very long time. Just because we're both pink. You can if you're insane. Hey, well guess what? I can't even slide in my Oomfies DMs. I can't even slide in Oomfies DMs because I'm scared about that. I'll have Oomfies that literally will comment on things that I have posted repeatedly. And the second that I'm like, oh, maybe I want to do something together, I can't do it. I can't do it. Every single time I'm in a collab with somebody that I'm like, oh my god, I think that their content's really cool and they really are good at the grind and things like that. Like I chicken shit out. I can't do it because for Otoharu Riyo, no matter how good or talented you guys think that I am at what I do or anything like that, I just simply will not see that 100% of the same way. I won't have the same one-to-one experience of how I see myself as how you guys see me. So for me, it's kind of impossible for me to like reach out in that way. Also, maybe he would beef with me. I just don't know. I don't know this guy. Okay. There are some people that I think that you guys would really enjoy Riyo to collab with in the future that I definitely could reach out to. There are some people that I could reach out to. I am still scared to reach out to these people though. I'm still like scared. I'm like, it's Oomphy, but I'm scared. Oomphy / fear. you know, so I just don't know. I'm trying to get over that a little bit and try and reach out to other people that might want to do things together, or but I feel like I'm so used to Riyo is so used to. I'm very industry pill in the sense that everything that I think that I need to do, I feel like anytime I'm messaging somebody, I need to like send them like my press kit, which is not something that I need to do. But I feel like I need to be like, oh, do you need my analytics? Do you want here's my resume, by the way. Oh, by the way, I also I can write songs and I have credits for songwriting for other VTubers. If you want anything, like I feel like I need to like send my like C, like what is it, the
CV along with just telling somebody, hi, do you want to like play Mario Kart together? I'm scared to be forced into Heavenly Father's infinite VTuber friend group. What even is that? Who knows? I don't know. We do have a fun collab on Thursday though. I've collabed with pretty much all of the guys before, but every single time I'm like still scared. I am still scared. I just feel like my worth as like a human being is just like not. I also don't want to really come across as a person that's like, I only want to do XYZ together because I'm like, oh, because I think that you're cool, and I'm like, I want to get a piece of that. I really don't want to come across as that, because I know that there are a lot of people that do come across as that. And it's not necessarily like, I don't really like care about things like that, but what I do care about is I definitely want to be, you know, Riyo wants to be collaborating with somebody that is equally as creatively driven as I am. I want to collaborate with somebody who has like similar goals and ideas as I do as well, you know? And it just so happens, you know, a lot of those people that I'm scared of are those types of people, you know, those types of people that are streaming every single day of every single week, sometimes double times a week, sometimes several times a day a week, you know? So it's a weird spot to be in, because I'm still, in my eyes, I'm still very, 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 very small and still have a lot of growth to do. I mean, Riyo has not even been around for a year, and really pretty much everything that I've done is like 100% by myself. So it's a bit stressful for sure, of knowing where kind of my place is in the world. So I don't know. I'll try to see what the next year has in store for Riyo and collabing, but I cannot I cannot reach out to this random man that I don't personally know and say, hey bro, Mario Party, hop on Roblox, bro. I can't do that. I can't do that. A little grown-ass babies, right. I predict success. Thank you. You know, a lot of people who do like tarot and kind of like other like witchy type stuff. They're always like, oh, Riyo, I see very great things for your future. You're really gonna make it and all this stuff. I'm like, that's really nice. I'm scared though. When like, can you tell me when? I've worked very hard, very long. When lay me to rest, please. When? I wanna know. Okay. Hi there, Bear. How are you? It's nice to see you. Welcome Q&A session. Welcome Q&A. Alright, next question. And I think that we have a couple like this. Yeah, there's a couple that are like this actually. When is now? I don't know. I need to work harder. Or maybe it's less of I need to work harder, or I think it's more of I need to start seeking out more opportunity, I guess. And maybe honestly, maybe I need to work a little less hard. I think because I do so much of everything on my own so much of the time, I think it's that I need to start taking opportunities that are around me more, and delegating some of these tasks to people that also see something in Riyo and want Riyo to succeed in a sense. So maybe I need to start doing that a little bit more. and then maybe the when it will be in like 2 or 3 months. I don't know. Not now though. Who knows? I'm still I feel like I'm really still very base level. I need to get more unique and interesting as a human being, but that's really hard to do whenever you're a hikikomori and you like don't leave your house and everything that you talk about is from the year 1998. So it's difficult. Do you have any favorite colors? I like beige. I like brown. I also like pastel blue. I like pastel colors in general, but I also really like brown. It's really, and white. Yeah, brown and white, beige. I'm kind of like the, you guys know like the sad beige types. I'm kind of like, I don't wanna like out myself too much, but whenever I'm not wearing like the type of stuff that you see me in right now, I am like the sad beige mom. I'm wearing 100% like beige clothes. I do have a pastel wardrobe where it's all pastel things, but I'm not like, I don't wear that as often. Beige and brown go well with it. That's what I'm saying. You get me, Pirate. 100%, I agree. It's like an ice cream cone then, right? Okay, our next question is... Okay, there's two of these. I guess I'll lump them together. One is, so what's your ideal man? And the other is, what kind of boys do you like? So I suppose that's the same... the same type of question. For Riyo, I don't have a go-to man. I really don't. I really don't have a dictionary definition of what a man that Riyo wants looks like. Minarin, official welcome to, oh my gosh, this is like our first time here. Thank you for joining members. Welcome. It's nice to have you. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for joining our members. Thank you. There's a voice pack in there. There's like a free to listen to a voice pack. It's kind of like a tsundere kind of romantic one. You should listen to it. Yay! And there's also a lot of spoilers in there. So you should go check it out. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. What kind of boys do I like? Honestly, as long as you're wearing glasses, I'm happy. I guess I like. It's really difficult because sometimes Otoharu Riyo, very. I just don't like have a lot of experience, so I honestly don't know what like my ideal type of like guy would be. Maybe something I don't think that I'm like super into like muscly type guys, because I think that guys that are like overly concerned with like, I gotta go to the gym all the time, I gotta be beefed up and things like that. I just don't think that, I don't think that that's for Otoharu Riyo, because that type of thing, normally the type of like gym rat type of guys, I feel like they will also push their gym rat agenda on me, and I don't want that. Okay, you can have your bland ass chicken ass smoothie, okay, but Otoharu Riyo wants garlic parmesan pretzels dipped in like garlic hummus all day, you know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And also a Totino's pizza. Like, I don't want that. So, I know, 6 foot and hung. Okay, hung isn't a terrible thing. 6 foot is also not a terrible thing. But I just, like, okay. Okay, don't put words into my mouth and hung things into my mouth, damn it. I just think, overall, I just want somebody that is nice. And I want somebody that cares about me. Obviously, I think that everybody wants somebody that just like cares about them, but I'm not very, I honestly am not picky on like what they like are like, I guess. I think if I had to be picky, I like somebody that I like it whenever somebody's passionate about something. I like someone to be, because I'm a very passionate person, so ideally, if someone else is also very passionate about something, you know, we would both have something that we could strive for. And I think that that is something that's really healthy in a relationship, where both of you have something that you really want to work towards, whether that's, you know, just a personal project or a career goal or something in school, like whatever it may be. I think it's just nice to have something that you're passionate about. That way you can kind of cheer each other on and that sort of thing. I don't really want somebody to be like totally emotionless, but you know, I think it's charming whenever somebody is a bit driven towards something, you know. And even if they're super driven and feel passionate towards their partner, you know, as long as it's done in a healthy manner, I think something like that is also a-okay. But as long as somebody's healthy and they wear glasses, passionately healthy and wear glasses, you know, he's happy with it. I don't mind if they're like a quiet person. I don't mind if they're more of a jokester. As long as they're gentle and sensitive with Riyo, I'm happy about that. Because I think that even though I tease with everybody here,
a whole lot. I think I also really prefer whenever someone is a bit more gentle with me. I think then I feel like the most confident and comfortable in myself whenever it's more of like an overall cozy environment rather than like I gotta fucking defend myself or else I'm gonna crash the fuck out, you know? A place where I feel like I can laugh a little bit more authentically and not necessarily have to laugh at myself, but laugh at like shared experiences together more so. So I think that that's something that I would like to have in a relationship, but that's more of like a relationship goal rather than like an ideal man type of thing. I don't know. As long as I'm wearing glasses, I guess I'm okay with it. I really mean it. I like glasses. But I also do. I guess if I'm also being picky, I like somebody who's not as showy. I guess because I'm a very showy type of guy, I would like somebody that's I guess a bit more reserved. I think. For example, like if I were also to like, say for whatever reason, Ryo would also date an idol. That's the most scandalous thing in the world. Don't do that. They'll catch you. But if I would, I don't think I would enjoy it very much. Because I think that we would both be, one, we would see so much of each other all the time. And then you wouldn't really have like a separation between like what you do for like your job and then what you do every other day, you know? It would just feel like everything is about like work all the time, you know? So I think that as long as everybody is on like their own paths, and then that's when you meet up with each other, is that connection that you have with each other is yourselves. So I think I prefer something like that. Yeah. If that makes any sense. Cute glasses, not very showy. I love the gremlin personality set, and that's why you're here, isn't it, Miss Heaven? Yeah. Welcome, Zero. No, late, no problem. Yeah, we only started just a little bit ago. We've only gotten to 2 questions so far. There's 17. Wait, damn it. How long am I gonna be here? Fuck! I made a mistake in my calculations. Okay, our next question will be as I wonder who sent this. Ryo, as the non-sharing Ryo Yume. What are some of your favorite ship tropes? Ship tropes. That's complicated. My favorite ship tropes. And what necessarily counts as like ship tropes at the same time? Ship tropes. I think some of my favorite ship I do like a childhood friends type thing, or like people who what is it where like people could have crossed paths over and over again, and they only cross paths whenever like time is like perfectly on their side, you know, whenever it makes the most sense for them, or like they could have crossed paths, you know, whenever they were like in elementary school, or they could have crossed paths in high school, but like none of them were as matured as they could have been, and they met at like the perfect time, or kind of, I guess, they had met before, but like somebody doesn't remember it, or like it was something really subtle, and then whenever they meet back up, they're like, oh my god, it's like truly fate. I like that sort of thing. I like the concept of fate in general. I think that everyone does meet everyone for a reason. Right person, right time. Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, but I do think that everybody meets everybody for a reason. And I like that kind of trope. Do you like soulmate trope? I mean, sometimes. I'm sometimes into it. It depends on if it's written too cornily or not. I think that sometimes those types of things can end up a little bit corny. But other times, they can be really sweet. It just depends on the writing, I guess. I think another type of trope that I really like, if we're getting... I guess I don't mind the kind of like hurt comfort type of trope either. I think that one's kind of sweet as well, as long as it's not too crazy toxic. And I also just like that. Oh my god, my cat wants in. Yeah, I'm in the studio, Rinya. We can't. Oh, okay, she's going crazy. Okay, I'm gonna go get her. I'm gonna go get her. Okay. Alright, what do you want? What do you want? Come on! Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Ow. Ow. Okay. Okay. No, I'm back. Stop. Okay. She wants to answer questions too. Rania, what's your ideal man? I don't think that she likes men.
That's why she doesn't fucking like me.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really think that at the end of the day, though, I don't really know if I have necessarily, like, tropes that I go for in terms of ships. I think more so I gravitate towards certain genres of, like, stories more than I do overall ship dynamics. I think I don't mind the ship dynamic as long as the genre overall is one that I really like, you know? I prefer that more so. Okay, next question. What kind of person is better for you? Someone who's clingy but loves you deeply, or someone who's cool and gentle but doesn't love you that much? Hey, you guys are so curious about Ryoyo's love life. I don't have one, damn it. Let's see. Someone who's better for me. Someone who's clingy but loves me deeply, or someone that's cool and gentle but doesn't love you that much. See, I like the concept of somebody that's cool and gentle, but I'd rather somebody that's cool and gentle but loves me deeply. You know? I feel like those two can kind of exist at the same time. Those two can definitely exist at the same time. I mean, I guess I don't necessarily mind clingy stuff, but again, like Ryoyo, I'm very dedicated to everything that I do, and I have a lot of goals. So I definitely don't want to stop until I'm able to reach all of those goals, and I know that sometimes can be seen as a little bit unhealthy, especially when people that want to have like a relationship, whether that's friendship, working relationship, whatever it may be with Ryoyo, you know, sometimes that kind of thing can be a little bit difficult. So sometimes if somebody is a little clingy, they might tend to be upset whenever I have to do important Ryoyo things, you know, whenever I have to go pursue opportunities that are here and things like that. But at the same time, I would prefer if they also loved me. Because even though I may be busy doing certain things, I definitely also would love someone deeply too, even if I wouldn't have as much time to express it as some other people would, you know? I think that, yeah, love is a bit difficult at times, isn't it? I also think, though, it is possible to find it even whenever you are busy and stuff. I mean, hypothetically, it'd be nice if Ryoyo could find it whenever I'm, like, settled down a bit more, or whenever I've reached some of my more intensive goals. But, you know, of course, if somebody wanted to also kind of experience, you know, what's the saying? How does it go? The shared joy is, something sadness shared, joys doubled, or something like that. That's how the saying goes, kind of, in the most butchered way possible, but something like that. You know, if there's a relationship that I was in at some point, like upcoming or recently or whatever, I'm like, why am I like scheduling to have like a relationship? If it's something like that, you know, any victory that I would get, you know, it'd be a shared joy, which would be really nice to have somebody kind of rooting for you in that same field. So I'd prefer if somebody overall, even if they were clingy, cool, or gentle, whatever it is, I'd prefer it if they were somebody that loved me, you know, and that way I could still love them as well to the same capacity that I would be willing to do, given my circumstances as well. If that makes any sense. I don't know. Ryoyo's, I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I just work here. Hold on. Okay, let's see. I just work here. I don't know. Alright, next question. Since debut to now, what has been your favorite stream and why? Favorite stream? Honestly, you guys, I really enjoyed. That's difficult. There's a few streams that I really like. I just work here. He's the boss. Okay, we're moving on. Damn it. There's a couple of streams that I really liked. I think that honestly one of my favorite streams that I had done so far was actually one of our Irium streams, and it was actually our 24-hour stream. It was definitely very complicated. I think that 24 hours going straight, no sleep, no anything, can be a bit dicey for a lot of people, especially whenever you don't have like a screen that you guys can like watch along with me, you know. But I think it is also really fun for me to be able to hang out with you guys for that long. And I'm gonna say something crazy. It was honestly really fun being able to trap everyone in my vicinity for 24 hours because I know that some of you have FOMO. So it's really fun having the power to trap you guys in there and knowing that you wouldn't leave because you have FOMO, or you would only take like a quick nap because you have FOMO. But it was really fun. It was really fun being able to hang out with everyone for so long, and the schedule of events was really fun too because we got to do so many different things. We watched movies together, we played games together, we read books together. What else did we do? We did literally so much that night. And then the countdown to finally 24 hours just reading bedtime stories together. It was just a really fun night. It was something that I never really thought that I'd be able to do. I mean, as I had mentioned before, I had started live streaming in 2020, just kind of experimenting for like fun and things like that. But it turns out, you know, I never really thought that I'd do something like that. I think that the longest types of streams that I had ever had prior to this on like a crazy night would be maybe like 6 hours or something, 6 or 7 hours, and that was me being crazy. Like, so I never in a million years thought that, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna be doing a stream for 24 hours within like the first like 2 months of me existing. But we did it, and it was actually a lot of fun. I just had a really good time, and I think about that quite a bit. Another stream that I guess I really liked. Well, this one's not fair. This one's not fair because it's like in obvious. That's not fair for real to say. And this one's not. Okay, can we act surprised a little bit? Can we act surprised? I never get bored when I talk to you. That's really nice, thank you. I'm glad. I get bored sometimes whenever I listen to myself talk, so I'm glad that there's at least a couple of good points here and there. Another one of my favorite streams that I've gotten to do. I mean, guys, it would have to be the repo collab that I got to. I still think about that from time to time, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was like crazy. Okay, guys, can we chill? Listen, I would never. Okay, is that really your fave? I would never. Okay, can we? Okay, let's be not like. Okay, I've had it with you guys. Okay, it was a really good time. Just overall because there were so many guys involved, and a lot of people that I collabed with before, but also a lot of people that I hadn't ever collabed with. So I got to, it was like a really fun time. I feel like I made some really good friends through that, honestly. Some people that, you know, that just like casually check in on me from time to time now. And I never really had a lot of people that like just like come in and like just like check on Riyo, you know. So that's something that I really cherish out of that. You know, I don't mean to drop names, but Yuito is the one that actually had organized all of that. And from time to time, he'll just message me out of the blue, and he's like, "How are you? How are you doing?" And I'm like, that's like so nice. Like, he's just so nice. He's just so nice, and he just invited me on a whim, you know. And a lot of the other guys, they've just been like always very, very open arms for me since then, and it makes me feel really good. And I'm like, I'm one of the boys, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't think that they knew that they were putting me in the room with my community. So I tried to act really cool. I didn't try to act cool, but I tried to act normal. Okay, so that was probably one of my favorites that I got to personally, if I had to like do like a personal best, if I had to rank them all, that would be one of my personal favorites, just because. I also, honestly, I really enjoyed not our first time, but our second time, like our actual playthrough of the bathhouse. I think that was one of the first like actually like scary games that we finally got to play, and I felt like it was so anticipated that I was gonna be able to play that game, and even I was hyping myself up to anticipate this game, and it was a lot of fun actually, and I'm glad that I played that one as my first Chilla's art game because I really enjoyed the gameplay, and I know that they're working on like releasing a new game sometime soon, or maybe they've already released it, but I'm like sitting here and I'm like, when is it gonna come out? Because I really want to play it like immediately as it drops. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really hoping that we can play a couple more Chilla's art games in the future and things like that. But that was probably another one of my favorite streams. So I'd say that those three are ones that I really enjoy. Obviously as well, 12-hour Matsuken Samba was pretty good. Was it 12 hours? Did I do it for 12 hours? Or did I only do it for 8? How many hours did I do it? Guys, I forgot. Did I do it for 10? How many hours did I sing Matsuken Samba last time? I've already crossed it. Wait, shit, I only did 10? Why didn't you guys push me to do 12? What the fuck? That's kind of a letdown. I only did 10 hours. Interesting. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to try that again. You said that you died for so long. I don't remember. I don't remember. Maybe I'll just try it. I'll try it again. I'll try it again some other time. I guess now that I'm cured a little bit, I'll try 12 next time. Next big announcement, guys. Keep an eye out. Okay, our next question. Next question. What is one thing that you haven't done on stream yet, but would like to in the future? Make cheese. I'm kidding. No, we were already talking about that today. Something that I want to do in the future, that I haven't done yet. I want to do more just overall like kind of silly things. I know that I do a lot of my silly things over on Irium, but I really do want to be able to do some more like silly things over here on YouTube as well, because I know that we do a lot of games here, but I really want to do more things that are going to be able to show my like personality a little bit more, you know, and get to know you guys a little bit more of things that are just like outside of like a game setting. Well, I do really enjoy games, and obviously most of my like fun silly things that I get to do, I just will automatically put them over on Irium because of just kind of how the platform is. Like, you can't see a screen there, so I'm like, naturally, why would I play games over there? I got YouTube here, so I'll just do YouTube game streams. But I'd like to really experiment with some other types of things that can kind of connect us as a community more so over here on YouTube as well, and kind of foster that in a little bit more, because I think over on Irium we see so many different regulars all the time, but I think that I'd really like to kind of hone that in over on YouTube a little bit more. So that's definitely a goal that I have within the coming months. Lily, I hope that you sleep well. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I appreciate it. I hope that you have very sweet dreams tonight. But yeah, that's something. I know that it's like not like one thing in particular, but I would definitely like to do some more silly things. Something that I really want to do is I want everybody to submit in like horrible like craft videos that they see. And we just watch them together. I think that would be really fun, because I could see how fucked up you guys' minds are for sending me these certain things, and you could also see me throw fits. So I think it's a win-win situation. We could also all crash out together at the same time. So I think that that's something that I would really enjoy to do, and just overall like a bunch of like you guys submit things and we just kind of like vibe together over it. Or I come up with a bunch of things that I want to force upon you guys. Just like things like that. I'd also like to do a couple more. Do you still want to do the stream about doing our plush? Of course I do! Of course I do! That would be so fun! Assigning plushie lore. Oh my gosh, I should do that. I'm so stupid. Ryoyo's so stupid. yeah. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I really want to do, and I just have to find time for it. I have to find time for it. See, I need somebody to do me like a puppet. Wait, well, the word, okay. I need someone to take my arms and legs and maneuver them puppet style. All right. Okay. Next question. Okay, don't say oh, please. Is there anything you're cooking up for the future that you can give a little spoiler / hint to? Of course. Well, I did mention it in our 10-hour, regrettably only 10 hours, Matsuken Samba stream. But, I guess that's okay. Okay, what? Name one person that's into that, I dare you. Name a single person. That's insane. That's insane. This place sucks. Okay, well, what are we talking about? Okay, here we go. I can name a few. Okay, maybe let's not. Okay, let's see. Everything cooking up. So Riyo is working on some more music. I'm also, there's also plans for 3D sometime soon. 3D sometime soon. Music 3D sometime soon. I really wanted to do at first. I was like, I was really teetering between, do I want to do 3D or do I want to do like a new outfit or anything? But I figured if I focused primarily on 3D next, I'd be able to do more opportunity, more like live event opportunity and things like that. And the outfit that I would want to have be our second outfit is actually going to be represented in all of our our 1 year anniversary merchandise, as well as our 1 year anniversary cover and thing like that. So we'll still kind of get to see what I had designed for that. Not only that, there's going to be something, it's already in its sample phase. I'm not gonna say too much, but it is being sampled right now and sewn together. What's being sewn? I don't know. But, where something is being sewn together that Riyo will get to see the sample of very soon. That you guys are going to really like, that will come out around the same time as our 1 year anniversary merchandise, so that you guys can look forward to that. Of course, that one is not going to have our 1 year anniversary cool outfit thingy that Riyo designed, but it will just be baseline Riyo, but it will be something that I think that you guys will really like. Yes. So I hope that you guys can look forward to that. It's something that I think that you guys can harass and take places. You can dress it up, maybe, I don't know, but that's gonna be something that's really fun, that people can kind of look forward to. Alright, another question that we have is, if you could eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would you eat? So, there is a ramen place that I go to actually very frequently, way too frequently, that has a curry ramen. It is nice and spicy, but it is also, like, salted perfectly, but it also has a little bit of sweetness. Their noodles are made like in-house, and they soak up the actual ramen broth so beautifully. I think that I could eat that curry ramen all the time. It's like a katsu curry ramen. So they like give you a lot of katsu in it too. It's not just like two little slices or something, or like just even one. I think that it's like 2 whole big katsu don slices. Katsu don? No, that's not it. Just normal chicken katsu. Yeah, katsu slice. There we go. Don is bowl, you fucking dweeb. That's true. Yes, so there's a lot of katsu in it. It has a lot of green onions in it, and I'm kind of like a green onionaholic. So I will eat, if you just gave me anything onion in general, I think I would just kind of go to town on it. Even if it's just a raw onion, I'd go to town on it, eat it like an apple. So it is really yummy. I would eat that all the time, in my entire life. I would always eat that. It's from like a local place too, so they don't really have like a lot of locations and stuff, and the staff is really nice, and it's even more lovely because I also know that they're like
very LGBT inclusive and stuff, and I think that that's something that's really lovely, especially where Ryo is from. It's like kind of rare to see that kind of thing, but I know a lot of queer people that work in their staff, and they treat them very well and very kindly. So I'm just it's like a hidden gem for sure. I went a few nights ago. I was full because I had eaten at home, but a friend of mine was going out, and they wanted me to come along with, so I was like, okay. And then of course we ended up there, so I didn't get anything because I was already full, and I was like, that would be stupid for me to get food even though I'm already like, I'm here and it's my favorite place, so I didn't get anything. But it was popping. It was popping. I didn't know that they were popping. I've never been like during nighttime, but they were super crowded, so I was really happy to see that, honestly, because I think that I went in their first like week of them being open. Even I was like camping outside on their Instagram profile page and stuff because I kept getting advertisements for it. This is probably about 2 or 3 years ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for this place to open. And then it finally did, and I was like one of their first customers basically, and every time I can go there, they already know what I'm ordering, so it's like kind of embarrassing. But it's kind of at the same time nice to be a regular somewhere. But yeah, I think that I'd eat that forever and ever and ever and ever if I had an opportunity. Sometimes I accidentally burp it. Like throughout the day, if I'm doing other activities throughout the day, after I eat it, I'll burp a little bit of the flavor, and I'm like, man, if only I had a second bowl of that right now. Which is so like gross at the same time, because why is the flavor coming back up and I'm like, yummy, but like it really is like, I'm like, it's like a second helping a little bit. Is that like too gross? Is that TMI? That's probably TMI. Hey guys, I'm gonna erase that from the VOD. I'm gonna erase it from the VOD. Probably fond of you going there often. I would like to think so. I'd like to think so. They always smile at me a whole lot. So I'm nice. I'm nice to see that. That makes a lot of sense. Otoharu Riyo, you're really good at talking. Good job. Our next question. Hold on. I'm gonna take a little bit of a drink break. Yay, iced coffee. It's attached to you now. I wish. It is sad though whenever I get it. When I get it delivered to me, because sometimes I don't feel like leaving the house because, you know, hikikomori. But sometimes, whenever I leave the house, or whenever I don't leave the house and I'll order it in, they don't have the amount of like, they don't give me like the spicy stuff. And for me, I end up adding probably, so they have on the tables, they have these little chili crispies, chili oil, little sauce thingy that you can add in to whatever you have. And I end up putting about 50% of the container in my single bowl all the time. But whenever I just get it delivered to me, obviously they don't send me that, so I gotta eat it just raw as it comes, and it's still yummy like that. But everything that I eat needs to be like extremely spicy, so I'm sad whenever it's not extremely spicy. I'd prefer everything to be as spicy as possible. So now whenever I go out and about, I saw at this one store they had the buldak sauce packets, but they were all like individually. Like, they're like meant to be like an individual grab and go bulldog sauce packet. So now I have to have those in my backpack with me every single where I go, just in case something is not spicy enough for me, or if I'm at home and something's not spicy enough for me, I can dump that in and have a grand old time. Yeah, so I love those. They save my life sometimes. Okay, next question. Is there any boundaries that you want to reiterate or add now that some time has passed? That's a tough question. As long as everybody's still, I guess, being healthy. Healthy with Ryo. And consuming me in a way that's healthy for them, I think I'm still happy. I think so. As long as Ryo is kept as a fun little silly guy to help you guys take the edge off your day, so you don't give the smokes. Give into the whatever. as long as that is something that is still regarded responsibly, I think that I'm
I'm pretty happy with how things have gone. Honestly, there are some days I notice that I guess because I'm a bit hard on myself. Some days I never really bring it up because I get like scared sometimes. I just not necessarily that I get scared, but I don't want to seem like a total wuss. But I get that Ryo gets the brainworm so bad sometimes, like really, really bad. Like so Ryo has like really bad depression, which used to be very, very treated, but has not been treated for a really long time. And I guess because of that, I get really in my head and I get really anxious about things randomly. So like even the last like 2 nights, I would just get really like anxious and really scared for a really long time. Like at night, and I was like, well, I really wish that I could like stream right at this very second and just chat with everyone, but I also like I get really down on myself and my abilities, and just like all the things that you guys don't really care to freaking hear, just a general brainworm type stuff. So I mean, sometimes, and I know that we're always like that. Everyone's always teasing Ryo and things like that, and normally I can dish it really well. But sometimes Ryo just gets like too sensitive, I think. I get too sensitive sometimes. Not to be like, oh, I'm the pathetic little man. I'm pathetic little man. Woe is me. Don't pick on me. Like, yes, please pick on me. But sometimes I can't help but I just get worried about things pretty often. I think that sometimes I'm just really not doing enough. And because of that, then sometimes whenever people will pick on me too, I'm like, yeah. But that's like how we normally do it too. So I don't really know how to, it's the worst, the worst mix-up ever. Because I wish that I could. Ultimately, I need to tell my brainworms that I've got boundaries. I'm like, ayo. Let everyone be mean to me for a little bit for fun and whimsy. Because listen, I get it. I get it. We all need a man that we can bully. I love being that man that you can bully mercilessly. That's my favorite thing. So I want to continue to be the man that you can bully mercilessly. But sometimes I feel like I'm too weak. Not weak to handle it, but sometimes I feel like I'm too pathetic. Sometimes I just get like scared, I guess. I study English. I'm sorry if I make a mistake English. 問題ない。ようこそ。Otoharu Riyo です。どうぞよろしくお願いします。少し話せますけど、今勉強してます。はい。一緒に勉強しよう。はい。Okay, what do we got next? But I mean, I guess that's also a type of question that I would have to really think about at the same time. You can always tell us and we'll dial it back. I always feel bad though. I think ultimately it's less of like you guys, and I think it's more of just like my brain. Because you guys, nobody ever acts any differently than they normally do, I think, you know. But for Ryo, there's so much that goes on, like, there's so much craziness that's like behind the scenes at all given times that I get really nervous. I'm just like, I just don't know anymore. There's like so many days where I'm just like in the total pits of everything. So I just don't know. I don't know. Gamba Rio or whatever. Gamba Rio, I can be nice. No, I want you to be mean. Please be mean to me. The most wishy-washy guy you've ever known. Also an Irium library. Do you like streaming on Irium? I like streaming on Irium. Have you visited Irium US before? Fun. Okay, next question. If you were to get a new outfit, what style would you like to go for? Honestly, I think that the outfit that I would go for is something very, I mean, obviously, if you guys have our members, you'll be able to see kind of the sketch design that I have for the other outfit that I wanted to have in mind. It's very similar, honestly. I told people, I showed it to people and I was like, it's a casual outfit. And they're like, are you fucking out of your mind, dude? I was like, no, but it looks casual. It looks casual for Ryo, right? And they're like, no, dude. So I guess it's not actually casual. But for me, I always whenever I leave the house, I always dress up like super intense. So I am like, oh, I don't, but it feels casual to me. But I guess it's not. I guess it's not casual. So I would really need to do something. I do want to do like a casual outfit, you know? But I think that the one that I have is evidently not casual. Even though I think it's casual. But people just hate me, I guess. So, whatever. Maybe just like I think that I've always wanted to do kind of like an undercover. I know that Irium had a new outfit model contest or event at some point. We didn't place in it, but I think that the type of outfit that I wanted to do at that point kind of like an idol undercover type of like outfit. So I wanted to wear like a cute like hat or something, maybe like a long coat or something that was like a little just more like kind of discreet and make it seem like, oh well, I'm not Otoharu Riyo or anything, you know? Think about how much you say that you don't wear t-shirts. Well, sometimes I have a bad habit of if I'll buy t-shirts with like cute licensed characters on it that I like, but honestly I'll wear it like 1 or 2 times and I never wear it again because I just don't like wearing short sleeves all that much. I prefer, you know, I don't mind wearing short sleeves as long as like for example, the shirt that I'm wearing now, you know, it is short sleeve, but it's like a jackety thing, so it's like kind of more bulky and it's more long. I prefer that. It's like if you're not gonna have long sleeves, you gotta be like big and bulky and long. But if you're going to have long sleeves, I also still prefer you to be big, bulky, and long. But I also like it's okay if it's a little bit more fitted as long as it's long sleeves, or as long as there's like a high neck or something, which I have right now. You know, so I'm very picky about like silhouettes that I have. You don't like layering with t-shirts? It depends on how the t-shirt fits me, honestly. I don't mind it sometimes. I like the concept of like a really big t-shirt with like a striped long sleeve shirt underneath that. I have this really cute Azumanga Daioh shirt. It's Chiyo-chan, and she's like flying but also screaming. She's very cute. So I have that, and I like wearing like it's like a nice like go for it. It's a beige shirt. And sometimes I put a striped brown and white shirt underneath. to layer. But normally if I'm gonna layer something, it'll be like a hoodie. Okay, and now you guys are gonna understand why I always have heat strokes. It'll be like a hoodie is the bottom layer. The hoodie's the bottom layer, and then on top of that it'll be like a button up or something, but that button up would be unbuttoned, you know? And it's normally like a really like cool like color block one, or has an interesting pattern, or a different like type of zip up, or something else that's like an open. I don't know. I really like playing with layers, but like a lot of times with t-shirts, I'm just kind of uninspired by just normal t-shirts. I just don't know about them. I'm not sold. I'm not sold. Maybe eventually I'll be sold, but I'm not quite there. I'm not quite there. Okay, let's see. Go to comfort meal. That's the same thing basically. Yeah. The curry ramen, 100%. Okay, next question. I don't know if you've said this before. If you have, I'm sorry. No worries. Ryo talks a lot. Who are your favorite vocal aid producers, if you have any? I'm very curious. Ooh. Fun. Okay. Well, Ryo is Ryo's old. We know that. Ryo's old, so my taste in everything is a little bit old. I think when I was middle school-ish, I had a really big Kikuo phase. I really liked Kikuo's works a whole lot. One of my favorite Kikuo songs is actually A Happy Death. I haven't covered that one. I feel like I've sang a couple of different Kikuo songs. Have I sang a couple? I don't know, maybe just one. Maybe I've done a karaoke of one before? I don't know. But A Happy Death is actually my favorite Kikuo song. Really like that one. Also, obviously, Saturn. I love their work. I love their work. Thank you, Aku. Thank you for visiting. Thank you. I hope that you have a good day. Thank you. Kiko Pink. Yeah. Happy Death is my top 3 Kiko. It's so good. So good. Yes, Q-san. Thank you for visiting. Thank you. Let's see. I mean, obviously, guys. I mean, okay. Listen, Ryo is very predictable. I love live tune. Okay, everything that live tune has done is something that I really like. Strobo nights. What the hell else? Freaking packaged. Freaking lights on. I mean, everything is good. There are no bad songs. I'm serious. Not a single one. I love them all very much. I just like that like type of, obviously that like electro type of sound. That electro type of sound. Very that very like you know, it's very reminiscent of kind of like the early Perfume. So, well, not the super early Perfume sounds, but like it always reminds me of kind of like the early day Yasutaka Nakata type of stuff that he produced for Perfume. And that is like an era that I really like in J-pop, kind of like that synth pop type stuff. So I really like that. Need to know how the butter That's crazy. Well, okay, the butter. So, well, okay, in the end, it turned out, okay? And then, no. And I know how the images look. They look scary. But guess what? Everyone was telling me not to add the ice in there. They were like, oh, no, don't add the ice. Don't just, like, drop the ice in there. But you know what? The butter was looking like shit until I added the ice, okay? And then I added the ice, and then it became a nice, perfect ball. You know, butter ball. Let's fucking go. Turned out good, but Ryo only posted the questionable, but I love content farming. Okay, listen. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. I was able to mold it into a shape and everything, and that was like really epic. Yeah. It was good. It was good in the end. Also, a medieval butterature. I tried to. Okay, can I be honest? Okay, so I did a lot of shopping today, and the whole time I was out, I kept saying to my mom, because I was out shopping with my mom, I was like, hey, do you think that this is going to be the store that we find the butter churner? I love when my Oshi rage baits. That's literally all I know. Rage bait. That's my favorite thing to do. Pro rage baiter. That's not the only thing that I'm good at baiting at. That didn't make any sense. Okay, moving on. I know that he doesn't really do a whole lot of like Vocaloid stuff anymore. At least I don't think. Yeah, but I also really like Supercell. I know that kind of Supercell's off doing, you know, Supercell stuff. And I really like a lot of the things that Supercell put out as well. Very classic Vocaloid type of music. Very classic. But yeah, I think that those are some of my favorites. But I'd really have to like sit here and think at the same time. I think. Because there's such a vast world in Vocapi. And I think that there's a lot that I've definitely been a huge, I mean, I used to really, when I was a kid, I actually didn't like Oster Project at all, because I was like, oh, I don't like how the music always sounded silly core to me. But now as an adult, I'm like, I love Oster Project, and I actually have some of their CDs as well since then, because I quite like it. And the arts that always used to go with like kind of like the classic Oster Project stuff as well. So cute. Oster Project, yes. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of really good stuff. in the olden days. In the olden days. Yeah. I hope that you sleep well, Miss Heaven. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Have sweet dreams, have sweet dreams. Okay, let's head back to our Mashimaro. Okay. Wondering what your top 3 flowers were, not including blossoms. What's the not including blossoms? What's the difference between a flower and a blossom? But if you want to tell them too, I'd love them. What's the difference between a flower and a blossom? My number 1 favorite flower will always be the hydrangea, specifically the pink hydrangea, because my Kami Oshi, that is her favorite flower. And pink was her member color in the idol group that she was in before she graduated and retired from the industry. And hydrangeas were always her favorite. And anytime that she would visit, like a park that had hydrangeas and stuff, she would take photos of it, and she would talk to them. And she'd say like, Ajisai-san, Ajisai-san, and have conversations with them. So, because her member color was pink and she cherished hydrangeas so much, they grew to remind me of her. So I really grew fond of hydrangea in the time that I was able to support that idol group for a very long time. I own pretty much all of the idol group's merchandise, and something, you know, speaking about stream ideas that I'd really like to do, I'd really like to, at some point in the future, go through my collection of goods that I have, my major oshikatsu, and show everyone all the types of goods that I have of this idol group. That is obviously no longer in existence anymore, so it doesn't matter. But they are still a lot of my cherished items, and I keep them in very safekeeping because I cherish everything so much. And I have like literally like almost everything. Not, well, there's like a couple of items that I don't have, and it'll forever piss me off. There is this one event that they did. It was like a summer festival type thing, and I couldn't get tickets to fly to Japan within the time because they announced it pretty late on, like during the exact month, and I couldn't get tickets to like go fly over there. It just like didn't make sense for me to like rush it so much, so I couldn't go to this event because it was only happening for like 2 weeks or something. And after their concert, they would all play like, you know, summer festival type games with everyone. And if you won at this game, you would win exclusive merchandise that you could only win while playing this game. And one of these items was an acrylic stand of her. Guys, I gave one of my friends so much money to win me this acrylic stand, and she never won it. No! So I never got that acrylic stand because she just couldn't win. It was like some like ring toss thing, but the ring tosses were like in water, so they were constantly moving, and she just couldn't do it. She just couldn't do it. I think that I sent her literally $200 to win it, and she couldn't do it. So I was like, okay, dude. But it was like a hard item to get in the beginning, like anyways. So it like hasn't popped up on the secondhand market either for literally none of the members. So I'm like kind of going crazy because I still want it, even though this group has been disbanded for, oh my god, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh my god, we're coming up on 10 years soon. They've almost been disbanded for 10 years. For 8 years now. 10 years soon. Long time. But it still hasn't popped up. I check pretty frequently too. So I'm like, okay guys, one of you has to have it, and you're willing to part with it. Because I know that you just don't give a fuck about him anymore. But guess who does? Me, Otoharu Riyo, I give a fuck. I'll spend a gross amount of money. I spent like $200 on a poster of her before. Because I was bamboozled and scammed, and I knew that I was getting bamboozled and scammed, but I was desperate. So I allowed it to happen. I'll do it again. I will. I'll do it all day long. I'll do it 10 times in a row. I swear. I love my Kami Oshi. I love her. I love her. So I'll do anything. Yeah, so yeah. Anyways, pink hydrangeas. My favorite. I guess. I also really like baby's breath. Does that count as a blossom? Does that count as a blossom, or is that a flower? I don't actually know, but I really like baby's breath. What else do they call it? Gypsophilia, I think is like the the technical name of it. What's the other? Hyacinth? Is that Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. I really like hyacinth as well. I think that's how you pronounce it. I hope. How do you pronounce? Yeah, hyacinth. There you go. I like those a lot as well. I think that those are really pretty. Really, I like flowers that are just kind of a billion flowers kind of bundled all together in one big concentrated area. I really like that. I think that I like that kind of like busy look. And that kind of like the fact that there's like no empty space, so I'm constantly looking at something that's like engrossingly beautiful. I really like that sort of thing. So I would say that those are probably my favorite types of flowers. I like flowers that are overall kind of delicate looking, and also hard to grow. Have you guys? I don't know if you guys have ever tried growing hydrangea bushes before. Those are so ass to grow. I'm so bad at them. Okay, we only got a couple more questions left. Yeah. Yay! Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're already through so many of them. Okay, next question is smile, please. Thanks.
Next question.
I'm glad that we had that moment. Okay, next up. I forgot. Do you like Pokemon? And if so, what are your top 5 favorites? Oh shit. Top 5 favorite Pokemon. If you could classify yourself as a Pokemon, which one would it be? Or what type would you be? Oh yeah. Maybe I think that me personally, I'd probably end up being like a Jigglypuff. And Jigglypuff be singing. And I think that, doesn't Jigglypuff kind of have like a little bit of an attitude too? I honestly don't know if I have like, well, maybe I do have like 5 favorite Pokemon. Number 1 will always be Spheal. I fell in love with Spheal in the last couple of years. And Spheal is kind of like a ride or die for me now. I also, when I was a kid, I really liked, I think it's Baneri. It was the little bunny, brown bunny, and they had like that cream-colored yellowish fur all around. I think that's their name. I liked them a lot. I also really liked Psyduck a lot when I was younger. And then I guess this would count as 2 separate ones, but I also really like, but I also really like Pichu, but I think ultimately Plusle and Minun are some of my favorite Pokemon as well. I think that they're extra cute. Plusle and Minun are so silly. I like kind of just like twin and like opposite duo aesthetics in general, so I really like them. Baneri. So am I saying that right? I hope that I'm saying that right. But yeah, I'd say that those would be maybe my top 5. Yeah, and Jigglypuff probably for Ryo. I think unless somebody thinks somewhat different, a different thing. I don't know. I feel like I'm very rotund. I got a fat ass head.
I feel like Jigglypuff has a fat ass head too,
and we both be singing, you know. Ryo Puff, 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 Ryo Puff. Something like that, you know?
Ryorbus Jigglypuff. No, exactly. See, the resemblance is uncanny. It's uncanny.
Okay, let me refresh really fast. Page disappear. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, guys. Thanks for cheering me on. Thanks. I'll be here all night. Actually, we only have like one more question. So, I can't believe that I ended up being able to read these in a kind of respectable time. That's crazy. The sounds my Reorb makes at night, I wouldn't... If your Reorb is making those noises, please set him on fire, please. Jeez. Our last question that we have here is, as an indie VTuber, how do you manage to keep up such professional energy? You have an aura almost like a corpo. How can I level up from my casual streaming to have a professional relationship with my viewers? I think because I have had such a... I think ultimately it is what you make of it. I think because Ryo has had a lot of experience kind of in the industry already, less of like VTubing industry. and more of just like, because I've been so active in the idol industry for so long, and I've had to work with, you know, a lot of various companies, things like that, because I've done, you know, I have technically, you know, I've worked in a lot of industry, and I've worked with a lot of industry professionals for pretty much my entire life as I can remember it. I try to always have a bit of a professional atmosphere to me, and I think ultimately there comes a time when you have to kind of start thinking about your personal goals with YouTubing, as well as your personal goals just like overall, with your community, with the types of things that you want to pursue, things like that. Not to get too like business headed around everyone, but for Riyo, I want to have that same type of energy, not because it's like I want you guys to think that I'm cool like the rest, but it's less of that and more of like I want to be respected the same amount as everyone else. I want to be, you know, I have been gifted so many amazing things from my like kind of partnership with Irium, and I think that a lot of Irium livers really have this really awesome opportunity, because in a sense it's like we're not like 100% like corpos, but we're also not 100% like fully independence as well, because we do have kind of this like a weird like give and take sponsorship partnership type of relationship, and because of that, you know, it really is what you make out of it, the situation. So for me, the second that I was signing my contract with Irium, I was like, okay, well, I know that they're not going to be able to provide everything that, you know, a company would be able to give me. They're not gonna sponsor me a lore video, and they're not gonna pay for my own individual personal advertisements. You know, they'll use my likeness for their advertisements, but they're not gonna use, you know, they're not gonna sit here and market specifically me, and they're not gonna sit and work on a marketing strategy with me specifically. They're just gonna work with me and ask my opinion on marketing the entire property of Irium overall, you know? But I think it's really important to take what is given to you and expand on that as much as possible. If you truly want to succeed in VTubing because you love doing it, because you want to foster a community, because you want to cherish a community, and you want to give a community a place to feel cherished at the same time, I think it also just takes like you have to mentally be at that place. You have to mentally be ready to take on that maturity, because there is a lot of maturity that does go with it behind the scenes. It's less of appearing professional to your supporters and to the people that come watch you and stream every single day, and it's more of appearing professional behind the scenes, and kind of being not like a no nonsense type of person. I try to be very, very fun as much as possible, but I also don't really give opportunity for a lot of nonsense to happen around me at the same time. If I sense that something is kind of a bit of a nonsensical situation, or if it's too rowdy, or, you know, too if it just doesn't seem like a good place for me, if I don't see any personal growth that I can have from a situation or a relationship or a partnership or anything like that, I just I'm like, okay, well, moving on then. And that I guess that might sound like kind of a bit nitpicky and a bit maybe a bit rude at the same time, but I also know that I've been doing things like this for a really long time, so I don't have really room to. Maybe I have room to make mistakes and things like that, but I don't. In my mind, I don't really have the capacity. There we go. I don't really have the capacity to just like, you know, throw some shit to the wind and see how it goes. You know, everything that I do is pretty calculated, behind the scenes, on screen, things like that. So it's nice to kind of step back and take that time for yourself and kind of make a game plan about your content, your branding, and things like that. And just so you can have the best experience for yourself, as well as the people around you that are coming to support you every day, and the people that will come to support you in the future as well. So I think that, you know, as VTubers, that's one of our biggest responsibilities, is not only taking care of yourself and your health throughout all of it, but also taking care of those who are coming to see us. So being definitely... I know that I seem very, you know, very pro at the same time, and I think it's just because, you know, I've had a lot of experience, and I do take that time to really kind of sit with myself and plan things out, and definitely take in the account those who are cheering me on in the process, and those who I want to see cheering me on in the future as well, if that makes any sense. Also, you're honestly, not to be like a hard ass again, if you want to level up from being just like a casual streamer to having a more professional atmosphere, you also just have to work hard. Like, you kind of have to be addicted to the grind a little bit, because especially if you are 100% an independent, you are going to have to be your biggest advocate. You are going to have to be the person that is doing all of the fighting for you, because no one else is gonna do that for you. You're gonna have to put in the work for you. And, you know, sometimes you may meet people that are like Riyo, who are going to say, oh no, here, let me give you all these resources, let me walk you through it, let me hold your hand, because a lot of people have done that to Riyo. And even though they probably shouldn't have, because I think, you know, if it's something that you really want to do, you'll find out a way. Really, you'll find out a way. You know, there are lots of helpful things for you. But sometimes I give in. I'm a pushover a little bit. But in general, you are going to have to be an extremely hard worker and be hard on yourself to kind of be able to level up a little bit, whether that's in just professionalism or community growth or whatever it may be. If you're not dedicated to having if you're not dedicated to seeing your viewers and the people that are wanting to support you and come visit you as well, because it's not even just you taking time out of your day to stream, it's also the people that are coming to see you also taking time out of their day to come and see you as well. You know, it's a two-way street. Just as much as you're putting in the effort to see people are also putting in the effort to come see you as well, and that's something that you shouldn't take for granted, and something that you should definitely cherish, and you're gonna wanna, you know, keep working hard to make them happy as well. I mean, of course, this is also all because Riyo is saying all this because, you know, I have a big experience being an idol for my entire life. So that's kind of the ideology that's been in my head for a really long time. But yeah, I don't know. Does that make any sense? Am I yapping too much about that? But I definitely think it's, you're gonna need to work really hard. Is this about bottoming? Shut the fuck up! It's about it's about VTubing. Fuck you! Fuck you! It's about how to see pro in VTubing. You're the worst! I'm freaking overheating! Not in an Omega way! I'm overheating in a pissed off way! Fuck you! This is mean. Being strong for being online for so long, truly. Yeah, Rio's been on the internet since I was 10 years old. Internet, well, I think a little bit younger than that, but, no, definitely younger than that. 6, technically. But my earliest, like, true memories of it, where I can think back, is like 10. So I have a lot of experience in the field. You know, yeah, I've just been in the trenches. I've been in the trenches, and honestly, it gets to the point whenever you get to a certain age and you've done something for so long, it's just like you're kind of like, I'm just not even fucking playing around anymore. Like, I'm not like, I'm like so serious right now. Like, I'm slash SR, like I'm serious. Like, I'm just like, I'm tired, and I'm also like ready to lock the fuck in. You just gotta be ready to lock the fuck in. You know, if you're wanting to, whether you're wanting to be independent forever, or even if you do want to apply for like companies and stuff like that, stuff is like literally. Oh, I know a lot of people like willy-nilly just like apply to companies and they're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna throw my hat to the wind and see what happens. Like, no, like we're not doing for real. I'm like, what do you fucking mean that you're just gonna throw your hat to the fucking wind and see what happens? No, like, no, you have to. A lot of people don't understand that this type of stuff is like very serious. Like, it is a very serious thing. It's a very, 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 very serious thing. And especially if you're like, if you are going to be representing a company, and even for example, Irium, you know, we're just kind of in a partnership with the management, at least like the founding streamers. We're just kind of like in a partnership with them, rather than anything else, you know, kind of just like sponsored streamers and things like that. But even still, what we do as independents on there, or people that are brought in with their own independent things, and things like that, you know, whatever it may be, you know, we are still representative and representing the company. So it's like you have to understand the gravity of those sorts of situations as well. Know that your actions reflect on an entire base of users, reflects an entire platform, reflects the peers around you, reflects the user base, reflects, you know, and that happens not only just for Irium, but, you know, for all sorts of companies as well. It's not just like I'm just gonna like try for just like shits and giggles. Like, it's a career. It really is. So a lot of people definitely don't realize that and talk about it very openly and things like that. I every time I see that, I'm just stunned. I'm stunned, ready for anything else that comes with being a streamer besides streaming. No, like, exactly. There are really a lot of things. Like, there are going to be people that very openly don't like you. There are going to be people that very openly like you a little too much. They're going to be very, you know, there's a lot of different things. There's going to be, you're gonna have to be able to, you know, wrangle in an entire community, and as the bigger you get and the more you want to foster a community that, you know, hangs out with each other very often and stuff, you're gonna have to know that not everybody is gonna like each other, and sometimes that's gonna reflect onto you as well, and you as a streamer somehow are gonna be wrapped up in the middle of that as well too. I see that with streamers all the time, and they're gonna have to, they like come up and they have to like make big announcements like, guys, we don't act like this, be nice to each other, you know. It's a big responsibility, and you just have to mentally be prepped for that. Your maturity has to be good for that, you know. Casual streaming is okay, but corporate life is definitely not the place for that. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, casual, there's nothing wrong with casual streaming. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you just enjoy streaming from time to time and you just want to like make good friends, like, because I know so many people, hi there G2R also, by the way, there are so many people that just casually stream. They just stream with their friends whenever they want to, and they make new friends through that, or they you know, they just want to play their favorite game that has like 2 viewers in that category at any given time. You know, there's tons of things like that, and there's not any issue with that. And you can still grow. If growth is what you care about, you can still grow that way as well. And you can you're your own boss. You're really your own boss. So you can really, you know, you don't even have to make schedules. You just pop up whenever you want, you know? But yeah, it really is just what you make of it. No, for some corpos, they're surprised by like the amount of work they have to do outside just turning on stream and stuff. Yeah, I think that a lot of people get really shocked, like culture shocked, whenever they jump into things like that. But it is so much work, because even if you do have like a team behind you that's helping you, you know, write music, or helping you get some assets done, or get perms for something, whatever it is, you also still have to put in a little bit of that effort
to let them know, like, hey, this is something I want to do. Okay, I'll also here I have to do some research to let you guys know XYZ that I want to work with. You know, it's a very touch and go. No matter what, I feel like even, you know, I feel like as an independent streamer, you know, there's a lot of, I know personally there's a lot of sleepless nights. So many sleepless nights that I'm just up constantly and I'm not feeling good because I'm doing so much work just to be sure that my content is where I want it to be, whether that's short form content, long form content, my streams, and, you know, and sometimes I, you know, especially recently, I felt like, you know, my streams could definitely be better, but you know, I can't really help that all that much because I also am, you know, strung pretty thin with everything else that I want to do at the same time and everything else that I'm working at the same time, and I'm like, okay, well, I gotta make some sacrifices here and there and blah 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 blah, and just for a little while, so the output in the end will be exactly as I want it to be. But regardless of that, like, in a big company as well, the workload is still gonna be just as bad, if not worse, honestly, because then you got a lot of people to answer to, and a lot of people that are answering to you, to, you know, there's so many more moving parts in that way too that we probably don't even know about, you know. There's so many things to it, so it is I think something like that is really all about mindset. It is just your mindset, how badly you really want something. I think that you really have to get to a point where you care about the medium and care about the people that want to support you in that medium to an aggressive point. You know? Does that make sense? I don't know. Can't wait to start streaming in Ethereum. I hope that you can take care too. Thank you, G-Tor. I hope that your debut goes awesome. Yeah, it is definitely a lot of pressure. It is a lot of pressure. Which is why I think that there's absolutely nothing wrong with casual. I think that a lot of people will compare themselves. And, you know, I'm the same way. I compare myself to a lot of people as well. I do too. You know, I'm no better than the rest. You know, everyone does. Everyone's always going to compare themselves to someone, whether that's a person or a group of people or an idea or, you know, their past selves even, or what could possibly be their future selves and they haven't even reached those goals, and it's, you know, becoming more and more distant to even tell what that future self could look like or what it should look like. You know, there's a lot of comparisons that you can make, but I think ultimately, as hard as it is to kind of look past that, you need to try to look past that and just think of ultimately what makes sense for you and your goals and your dreams, and focus on that more than anything else, and see if that really is what will make you the happiest. I quit everything basically that I did prior to this because I knew that this was what I wanted to do. I knew that this is what I wanted to do. Riyo was, prior to this, also, I was a part of a company, and it didn't really work out in the end. Not for Riyo, but for everyone else involved. And because of that, it kind of imploded, and I had no choice but to leave. You know? And I never really expected it to go like anywhere big or crazy either, but even just like that like half a year there, I was like, damn, like I was so locked in and so ready. I was so locked in and so ready for it that now I have like the biggest fire under my ass, and I'm like, well, fuck. Now I want. now I'm pissed off. Not pissed off, and I'm gonna work even harder, and I did. And now I'm here. Okay. And I'm just gonna keep working harder because I know that this is absolutely what I wanted to do. And I spent 2-3 years trying to work to get here. You know, it's a very, it's a big decision. You know, especially leaving the types of things that I was doing prior to. I could have kept doing it forever, but I just really didn't want to, because in my brain I was like, VTubing is what I really want to do. It's really what I want to do.
because I want to be able to just be myself with everyone. And that's what makes me the happiest. So, you know, it's a lot of give and take. It's a lot of sacrifice, I think, as well. But if that is also what you want, if that's really the goal that you want, I think that it will obviously just naturally translate in all of the work that you put forward. And you'll give off that energy, I think, immediately. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. That was like the most convoluted answer to a question that I've ever given in my whole entire life. So freaking long. So long. It probably makes no sense whatsoever. But I hope that whoever had submitted that, I hope that can help even just the slightest in how you're feeling. Me hopes don't actually know. Me hopes, me home, me him, me oi, me oi. Me oi, yeah, okay. But those are all the questions I had tonight. Yay. I'm shocked that we were able to get through everything. I'm actually really, really stunned. I probably didn't answer everything as well as I probably could have, but thank you guys so much for sending me so many questions. I super duper appreciate it. Where did that come from? Well, I think I stumbled over my words. And then I had the me hoi, me hey, me oi, oi, oi. I was late, I'll have to watch VOD. Hey, yo, man, it's nice to see you. I didn't think that you get through everything. No, like, I'm stunned. I think it's because I have a headache. So this whole time I've been like, damn, I got a headache. You know? I've been thinking about the nap time that I'm gonna have after this. And by nap time, I mean 8 hours sleep time. I haven't been sleeping very good lately. I need to take medication. Maybe. Snooze. Damn, I got a headache. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like Snoozer from Hamtaro. You know the guy me too, bitch. Ma, you always have a headache. Get well soon. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I'm excited to go to sleep a little bit early. Even though I don't think that 11 p.m. is very early, but maybe... I mean, it's gotta be like 3 p.m. somewhere, right? But yes, thank you guys for hanging out with Riyo today. I appreciate it. Tomorrow we've got one YouTube live. Tomorrow we're gonna be playing Ace Attorney. Our waiting room, our impromptu. Yeah. Feel free to toss some questions. I mean, if it's based off of like conversations that we've had, please feel free. It's early for average internet users. So true. I failed you, King. No, yeah, man. We answered your question. I mean, not your question. Surely it wasn't from you. I don't think it was from you. Yeah, Nana. Please feel free to ask for that. Oh my God, I'm stroking. Hashtag stroking. Kind of quirky. Yeah, no. Please ask away. Riyo can definitely be here a few more minutes. I can definitely be here. Few more minutes. Methinks. Stroking. I'm the king of stros. Stroking, huh? Oh my God, you guys piss me off. How do you feel about the reputation of VTubers? Like, how most people know that VTuber concert or unsavory ultimately, I don't think this is. Okay, Ryo's full of hot takes. Today. If I honestly think that if people are only getting news about VTubers from mainstream, like, sources, their opinions, not to. Okay, no, I am gonna. Okay, Riyo, you'll stand your ground. I don't think that their opinions matter. If I'm being so honest, I think that if people's goals are to look at any like type of like niche hobby or niche interest or subculture, anything like that, and is literally just like their only goal is to like clown on it, honestly, I don't really care. Like, I don't really care about your opinion. I think that there are a lot of people that, have a
a silly misconception about what VTubing is. It really is no different than just like any normal type of streamer. It really isn't. Or really, honestly, any other like type of entertainment, any type of entertainer, in general. Or unsavory types. Yeah, I think I mean I definitely do think that, you know, there's a lot of things that, you know, there are definitely a lot of also like bad eggs in the overall arching like community, quote unquote. But I also think that VTubing is so big as like a concept that there isn't necessarily like a quote unquote community either. I think that everyone has their own like standalone communities, or there's bubbles of communities for sure. You know, but a lot of those things like don't overlap and don't intersect. So it does suck whenever something like that gets, you know, out past these circles and things like that, and people's, I guess, overall perception becomes a bit unsavory in regards to the culture and stuff. But I think if somebody really cares about the streamers that they watch and the communities that they're in, I think that that's really the only opinion that matters. I really do. You know, I tell sometimes people what I'm doing now, and they don't necessarily care, and they think that it's not worth it. And people think that it's not, you know, people think that I am XYZ type of person because I'm doing it, and I honestly don't understand that type of outlook at all. And I'm sure that a lot of people kind of get that, but it's no different than pursuing whatever you want in life, and it's no different than sharing any fun experience with anyone in life. It just looks a little bit different. So yeah, I don't know. I think that people are always just going to be looking for something to clown on, always looking for something to hate. And honestly, if people are going into any sort of subculture, sub-community, whatever it is with that goal in mind, their time probably isn't worth crying over anyways. I think that they're probably already the scum of the earth, if that is their opinion. I hope that they can get well soon. All peace and love. But find a new hobby, you know? Use your time caring about yourself a little bit more, and caring about those around you, and showing them some compassion and love. And then maybe we can talk, and maybe then you'll be able to cure yourself a little bit as a person, and get over your inherent need to just be cruel to people and people's hobbies and interest in general, you know? And that's the same for like people that are in that, I guess, that are also VTubers, that are just like VTubing to just like be cruel to people, or use their platforms to kind of target you know, other minorities, or pander to unsavory crowds or anything like that. Same goes for them. Same goes for them. You know, I'm holding nothing back. Riyo to wokio. I am. I will be. Yeah, we'll soon find some whimsy. Yeah, like I don't know. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe it's just because I'm old at this time. But yeah, I feel like people should be kinder. Being cruel to strangers is too... No, it really is. People have gotten really comfortable just being mean about anything that they don't understand. Just because you don't understand something does not mean that it's something that you need to be cruel to others about. Because obviously, if it's important to someone, that means that it holds some weight in the world. Even if it's just important to one person, it holds that weight. So who are you as some random individual to tell someone else that what they love and something that makes them happy is nothing, or is laughable, or needs to be dunked on, or whatever? It's stupid. And it's pointless. People don't see people on the internet as human. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, everything's just a picture on a screen. That's why everybody just be talking to Grok or whatever the hell. I saw somebody flirting with a Grok bot a couple of days ago. There was some tweet
And somebody had replied, they're like, hey, what's the context of this? What's the context of this? At Grok, what's the context? And Grok tells them. And they're like, okay, cool. Hey, Grok, based on my profile, what do you think is an anime that I should watch next? And Grok gives him like a list. And he's like, alright, cool, Grok. Now, based on that list, I have seen this one and this one and this one and this one. And here's what I thought about all of these things. Now, can you give me a new list based on what I've just told? And this happened for like 30 different like messages in this public thread based on this random ass tweet. I'm like, what are you doing? And everyone was replying to him. They're like, dude, what are you even like? Take it to the DMs, you fucking freak. Like, what are you doing? It was crazy to see. I was like, why in the middle of this random tweet? Is crazy. Tell me that you don't think that Grok is alive and a woman. That's crazy. Grok would be a woman, I think. Probably. I don't know. Maybe Grok's a man. I don't know. Surely bots that would flirt with you in the DMs? There has to be. I mean, I get them in my DMs all the time. In my message requests, I have like 800 of them. Actually, I don't know if I've had that many lately, but there was a time. Yeah. Big time. Play for the blue check just to talk to... Wait, hold up. There's an 18 plus Grok? Alright. Alright. You know what I said about not dunking on people that you don't understand? I don't understand them, but I would like to dunk. Maybe there are some exceptions to the rule. No, but they're just probably misguided, honestly. I'm waiting for you in my message on WhatsApp. Like, who uses WhatsApp anymore? Do you guys use WhatsApp? I've never used WhatsApp once. Then again, when I was 12, WhatsApp wasn't a thing, so I guess it just wasn't ingrained in my brain or whatever. I don't know. I was too busy on Club Penguin. If I'm being honest. That shit's fire. Okay, but yeah. If anyone else has any other questions, please let Riyo know. Let Riyo know. Only for professional talk. People use WhatsApp for professionalism? That's crazy. Really? What do you do? What do you do on that? Is it like Google Meet? Chainmail from my grandma. That's insane. Thanks, Grandma. Are you gay? Yes. How many times do we... Yes. Ryo man enjoyer. Ryo mwah, boys. Okay, well I don't, but hypothetically, listen guys, I'll be so honest. I don't think that there's if a man is okay guys, if a guy is spending so much amount of time and money on boy content, I know that some anime say otherwise, but that's just not real life. That's just not real life. If a man is spending that much time Fujoing out, he's probably... Okay, guys, this is our little secret, okay? He's probably gay. Okay. So yes. Et tu Brute. Me too. The photos don't get grainy when shared between different phones. On WhatsApp. That's insane. Every Rio does is calculated, including kissing boys, which is why I haven't done it yet, because I do have to calculate that. And it has to be with the perfect man. Okay, so I'm waiting for him. Matimas. Waiting for you. Show up anytime, okay? I'm waiting. Wait, but it has to be after I'm done being Otoharu Riyo on the internet. Maybe after then. Maybe when I'm retired Otoharu Riyo. And I'm an old man in a rocking chair or something that I bought from like some weird country cafe. I'm not gonna say the name of the country cafe because copyright reasons. They'll come out and get me. But you know the one. Retired? No, I'm not retiring, damn it! Not yet! Hi Zenko, welcome! I'm not retiring yet. Not yet. Give me a couple more weeks.
then I'll become 800 or something. Okay, but yes. That was a cutie! Yay! Wow! Okay, our next stream that we're doing is going to be tomorrow at nighttime. Our waiting room is up. All of our waiting rooms are up for the rest of the week. So I hope that you guys can join in on our waiting rooms. Get the notifications for our waiting rooms if you're a part of our Discord. There's also a notification for our Discord. I'll also be posting them on our YouTube anytime that they go live. All sorts of those things. If you guys want to hang out with us, tomorrow we are playing Ace Attorney for the very first time. I'm very much so looking forward to it. So I hope that you guys can watch me do point at. Can anyone join the Discord? 18 plus, no children, if you're under 18, I'm gonna put you in a chokehold / joke / only half joke / half joke, because I am only half joking, but I am joking a little bit, but also only halfway, yeah, because if you're not, we'll know, mods will know. I got a big brain. I'll figure it out. And I'll call you out and I'll make you feel embarrassed. No, I won't do that. I'll just remove you gently and I'll be like, hey, you're like 2. You can't be here. If you're a child, I will. No, I didn't say that. I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get in trouble. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with Riyo today. I'm gonna go take nap time. It's nap time for Riyo. I'm gonna go watch more BL drama and take a nap time. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and for learning a little bit more about Riyo. I'm sorry that I talked about myself so much. I feel bad. Riyo hates 12-year-olds. Don't join if you're 12. Yeah, you're ruining the reputation even more for the rest of the 12-year-olds. Where on the Discord will the questions be? There are no questions on Discord. What are you talking about? There are no Discord questions. We have no questions on the Discord. I answered them today. I answered them already. The question, no Discord. Discord just where you hang out. Yeah. Nice to get to know you more, and don't say that more. I'm gonna start blushing. Don't say that. I'm embarrassed to talk about myself, but thank you. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. You guys are silly. Thank you. Love you. Love hearing about Riyo. Pepper Ninjas. Too nice. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Otsui up. Me stealing Rita's Otsui up. Hopefully she's not here anymore. Talk about yourself more. Will you be on Discord after stream? Well, I'm always on Discord. I live there, but I'm not like doing anything on it. I'm just probably playing Wordle or something, or like I'm planning on sleeping actually. So sleepy. So I'm probably gonna sleep. My sleep schedule sucks ass, Senko. I need nap time. No, I'll be there. Yeah, we'll all be there. We live there. Chronically online, he's always on Discord. Until I'm asleep. Yeah. Yeah. You think I don't... Get out of here! Who's your minion? Someone's your minion and they pinged you! This sucks ass. Guys, I gotta get out of here. I gotta fucking get out of here, you guys. Okay, alright. I'm leaving. This place sucks. Okay, guys, thank you for hanging out with Riyo today. Otoharu. Yes, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If your day is just beginning, I hope that you make very good memories and treat yourself gently today. And if your day is just ending, I hope that I'm gonna say... No! Fine, bet. It's like it's no different from the time that you stole like 800 of my tweets. No different. This is payback. So yeah, and if your your day is just ending, I hope that you remember to have sweet dreams, and I hope that your pillow stays cold all night long. Yeah. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye bye yo.